Finding your passion is the key to success. Tracy Kaufman. Good morning, one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all for the Mega Career Guidance event, Avenue 2022, #Discover You, hosted by Indian School Bausha under the aegis of Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman. The welcome address will be followed by a brief introduction and a video on our eminent speaker. Then, we shall invite the esteemed speaker for her presentation. After the presentation, we shall request our guest speaker to answer a few questions raised by the attendees in the question and answer segment. The continuing session will be taken up by the university spokesperson. The detailing of the courses will be made available and the process of admission will be explained in detail. We shall conclude this session with a vote of thanks. Success is simple. Do what's right the right way at the right time. Arnold H. Glasgow.
What a fantastic quote to begin the session. Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Avenue 2022, #Discover You, a global career guidance program launched by Indian School Bausha under the aegis of the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Oman. On behalf of Indian School Bausha, I, Meenakshi,
and I, Richa,
take the proud privilege of expressing a profound gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq Al Said for the altruistic and noble benevolence showered on the Indian diaspora in the Sultanate of Oman. May the Almighty shower His choicest blessings on His Majesty, and may this nation experience peace and everlasting prosperity.
We are happy to welcome all the students, parents, and teachers for being a part of Avenue 2022, #Discover You. Thank you one and all for your benign presence here this morning. It is with sheer joy and great pride that I take the task of introducing our speaker today, Miss Sapna Sankhla. Miss Sapna Sankhla is a skilled and dynamic individual with 27 years of experience in motivating learning environment and helping staff and students. She's a passionate teacher trainer in Pan India who has trained 8,000 plus teachers with an ardent desire to transact excellence in teaching and guided teachers through comprehensive capacity building programs in various topics. She conducts trainings for principals and teachers on topics ranging from pedagogical leadership to NEP. An active CBSE resource person who has conducted almost 400 plus online trainings for teachers in the year 2020 to 22. Presently employed as principal of the reputed RMK Residential Senior Secondary School, Chennai, and a certified teacher trainer as a resource person for CBSE, Center of Excellence, Chennai, Master Trainer for Khelo India Fitness Assessment Program, a resource person for Oxford University Press, and a freelancer. Apart from the institutional awards, she received the following coveted awards for the year 2020 to 21. Golden Aim Conference Award and awards conferred to her with the top 30 iconic principal awards for excellence in leadership and education on 8th April 2021, and the Most Admirable Principal Award in August 2020. Principal Par Excellence Award 2020 on Teachers' Day by IIHM Bangalore.
She has presented a number of papers at various international conferences. She received the Best Teacher Award from the legendary cricketer and former Indian skipper Anil Kumble for the category Teaching Excellence in a Language, Public or Private School for the first edition of Person NDTV Teaching Award 2012. She received the Best Teacher Award 2014 from Lions Club International. She is also the recipient of the Best Teacher Award 2017 from Lakshyam Education Private Limited, the Best District Principal Award 2016 to 17 from Science Olympiad Foundation, Best Principal Award 2017 to 18 from Unified Council Women's World Award 2017, instituted by the AMN Global Fine Arts Group. She is an eloquent speaker and has received the Best Speaker Award in many contests. She has been awarded with the Chief Steward Certificate by various world record agencies like Asian Book of Records, Elite World Record, Indian Book of Record, etc. during the World Record Fest in her organization.
We would like to request the audience to kindly post your queries in the chat box. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please join me and listen to our speaker, Ms. Sapna Sankhla, on her topic, Career Readiness to #DiscoverYou. The platform is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much. It was such a nice and pleasant thing to listen from all of you. But in fact, I really wanted to stop you when you were reading a very long profile of me, because I feel all these achievements, awards, they're just something which are not so relevant. What is most important is what are we doing today? I think that is something which is very, very important. But anyway, thank you so much for a wonderful introduction. And, I have been really following up last 4 days, and I feel all of you MCs, you are so, so fantastic, and you're so cute and so sweet and so nice. And you all have been doing a wonderful job, because you set a stage so beautifully for the audience that they get interested to listen to the speaker. So thank you so much. And yes, indeed, I feel the entire management of the Indian School of Bowsher should be lauded for such a wonderful initiative. And I feel you students, you are so lucky, so fortunate that somebody thinks so much for you. And the type of sessions, the type of programs which have been going on last 4 days, I feel you all would be enriched with a lot of career information. And now it's for you to decide what are you going to take up. And thank you so much for giving me such an opportunity to interact with so many students over here. And I would love to do that. And as told by the MC, I would like to begin with my topic. The topic I have chosen is Career Readiness, #DiscoverYou. Now, why is that I've chosen this? Let me tell you very, very briefly about it. We've been talking and listening to a lot of speakers and also many spokespersons from universities who have been talking about different career options which are being offered. All that is fine. But I thought, if I'm going to talk to you about something which is very, very relevant for you all to actually take up this information and then start pondering over it. And that's why I thought, let me talk about career readiness, because I've seen that most of the students, they really lack this particular aspect of career. So with that, let me start sharing my screen. Just a moment. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible to all of you. I can just look at the chat box.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So here we are, Avenue 2022. And we are going to look at career readiness to #DiscoverYou. Let's begin. And yeah, already my introduction has been given. So I would like to begin with a story, a very simple story. I know all of you are always fascinated by stories. So I am going to have a story in the beginning. Let's look at it. So it's story time for us. Yes. In the jungle, which animal is the biggest? I heard you say elephant. In the jungle, which animal is the tallest? I heard you say giraffe. In the jungle, which animal is the wisest? I heard you say fox. In the jungle, which animal is the fastest? I heard you say cheetah. So, among all these wonderful qualities mentioned, where is the lion in the picture? Yet you say lion is the king of the jungle. Can you tell me why? Shall I give you the reason? Because the lion is courageous and bold. The lion is always ready to face any challenges. Any barrier that crosses his path, no matter how big they are, the lion walks with confidence. The lion dares anything and is never afraid. The lion believes he is unstoppable. The lion is a risk taker. The lion believes any opportunity is worth giving a try and never allows it to slip from his hands. The lion has charisma. So, what is that we get to learn from the lion? You don't need to be fastest. You don't need to be wisest. You don't need to be smartest. You don't need to be generally accepted to become your dreams and be great in life. So, what you need? All you need is courage. All you need is boldness, the will to try, the faith to believe it is possible, to believe in yourself that you can do it. So, my dear students, it's time to bring out the lion in you. And that is career readiness all about, my dear friends. Bring out the lion in you. And that's why I say, hashtag discover the lion in you or discover you. And that is what we are going to look at in today's session. So let me quickly show you what are the objectives of today's session, because at the end of the day, I want all of you to be enriched with this. So in this session, we are going to help you become aware of career readiness, the importance of career readiness, to understand what are the requisites for career readiness, what skills you require, to encourage the students to become reflective practitioners, because unless and until you reflect upon your life yourself, you cannot get ready with the skills. And also, I'm going to acquaint you with career information in the domain of education and commerce. So these are our learning objectives from today's session. I'm sure I'm very clear about it, as you are. Let me begin with this opening thought. Yes, it's a highly optimistic thought, and I feel it is something which you all should imbibe in you. Create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life, because you become what you believe. Please remember, my dear students, you become what you believe. So have high beliefs, have high dreams, have high aspirations. You can definitely reach them. So career readiness, hashtag discover the lion in you. Let us try to understand what is career readiness, why do you require career readiness, and how do you instill, how do you imbibe career readiness in you? So we are going to answer all these questions which are put forth over here. Let's look at it one by one. Now, what is career readiness? So to understand in a broader perspective, being career ready in the 21st century means the attainment and demonstration of requisite competencies that broadly prepares the college graduates for a successful transition into the workplace. So that actually is career readiness. But I strongly feel when it comes to career readiness at school, I firmly believe it's all about the skills that students acquire in the classroom each day within the learning environment, wherein the schools make sure the students can make good life decisions. So the school trains you in taking correct and good decisions, live independently, and work in satisfying careers. So that is career readiness. Let's go to the why of it now. Why career readiness? Now, let me tell you, my dear students, you all are 21st century students, right? 21st century, the age of soft skills, life skills, and career skills. So when you are career ready, you have the career skills, and that's why you need career readiness. The ability to navigate the complex life and work environments in the globally competitive information age requires students to pay rigorous attention to developing the adequate life and career skills. So when you develop the life and career skills, you are career ready. Now, what are those life and career skills? Flexibility and adaptability being the most important and the most crucial for you to be career ready. Initiative and self-direction, social and cross-cultural skills. So these are the skills which you require, and these are nothing but the 21st century life skills and the career skills. If you cultivate these skills in you, you would be always finding yourself one step ahead of others when it comes to career readiness. Let's look at it again. So why career readiness? Now this is a very important point, my dear students, which I'm picking up. Let me look at the chat box. Okay, fine. Now, the students must acquire the skills bearing in mind the long-term requisites and the apparent redundancy of the acquisitions. Now, I think some of you would not have understood what I mean. So let me explain this to you by an example. A student pursuing a degree in computer engineering presently would be job ready 5 years from now, right? And the job requirements would assume a totally different dimension and domains. There may be newer avenues and fresher requirements per se. So the bottom line is, what is applicable today might fade into oblivion tomorrow. The prerequisites and the skills may be obsolete, right? So what you are learning today may not be useful tomorrow for your job. So if you are career ready, you would understand that you need to acquire the skills which are going to be useful, let us say 5 years from now, when you are going to go for jobs. And that's why career readiness is very, very important. Now, with the help of career readiness, you can actually bridge the gap between what is trending and is needed by employers versus the acquired skills by students would be huge. So, career readiness helps to bridge this gap. So, how do you bridge this gap? Because what is trending and needed and what is acquired by the students, there are two different things to it, and we need to bridge that gap, and that can be done by career readiness, and that's why we need career readiness. And career readiness makes students reflective practitioners. How? It assists the students in reflective practices by self-understanding. So you can understand your strengths, your limitations, and the resources, what resources you have, what you require, what you should make ready, and so on. So self-understanding. And then comes self-accepting, acceptance of things one cannot change. Now, you have been listening to various speakers, especially the other day when I was attending a session on medical sciences and so on. You know, there was a speaker who was constantly talking about, if you want to get into a career with medicine, you need to write the entrance exam, you have to write the NEET exam, you have to get very good score, you have to pass the cutoff score, and only then you are eligible. So what is most important is, you need to accept the things which you cannot change. If you have to go into a career with medicine, yes, you have to prepare for the NEET exam, you have to do well in the exam, and then you have to get selected, isn't it? So self-acceptance, it is very, very important. And then comes self-directing, ability to solve problems, make choices and decision on one's own. Yes, it's time that you understand what is required, what is not required, what is good, what is bad. So you must be in a position to solve problems. You must be able to make certain decisions on your own, because it is your life. It is you who has to study. It is you who has to get marks. It is you who has to go for a job. So unless and until you become independent in taking your own decisions, unless and until you have accountability, unless and until you take initiative, nobody can help you. So by career readiness, you can definitely become reflective practitioners so that you understand what is that you want from your life. It's very important that you know what is that you want to do, right? So that's about the why. Now let's go to how. So how to develop career readiness? We looked at what it is, why you need it, how do you inculcate that in you. So what are the required competencies, how to develop and update the skills, what are the requirements for 21st century career readiness. We need to look at all these things. But before that, before we start looking at it, I'm going to share this video with you, just less than 2 minutes, to understand what are the career readiness competencies. So I'm going to share a video, just a moment, please. So let's understand this. What are the required competencies? So career readiness is the attainment and demonstration of requisite competencies that broadly prepare college graduates for a successful transition into the workplace. That's what I've already shared with you in the context of the colleges. Let's listen to this.
Do you know the 7 competencies you need to be career ready? 1. Understand sound reasoning and are able to make decisions and overcome problems. 2. Articulate thoughts and ideas clearly in written and oral forms to inside and outside partners of the organization. 3. Build collaborative relationships with colleagues and customers representing diverse cultures, races, ages, genders, religions, lifestyles, and viewpoints. 4. Select and use appropriate technology to accomplish a given task. 5. Leverage your strengths and help others to achieve a common goal, and use interpersonal skills to coach and develop others. 6. Demonstrate integrity and ethical behavior and act responsibly in the interest of a larger community in mind, and are able to learn from your mistakes. 7. Identify and articulate one's skills, strengths, knowledge, and experiences relevant to the position desired and career goals, and identify areas necessary for professional growth. So, how do you develop these? Chances are you're already doing it through classes, internships, and campus involvement. All of these contribute to making you career ready. Summer is a great time to develop and take stock of your progress in each of these areas. Choose an option below to see how the experience contributes to career readiness.
Fine. So I'll stop sharing the video. We just looked at those competencies which are required. I'll go back to the presentation. Right. So now these are the career readiness competencies. As we already saw in the video, critical thinking, problem solving. In your classroom, you already get a lot of such opportunities wherein you need to think about what is the way to solve a particular problem, or how do I think critically, how do I reflect critically and come to a solution. So this is a very important skill required for career readiness. The second one, oral and written communications. You know, it is one of the C's of the 21st century skills, communication. So you should be very much adept at oral and written communication. That is the second skill. The third one, teamwork, collaboration. We are living in a 21st century. The 21st century, the life is moving collaboratively. So collaboration is very important. Teamwork is very important. And that actually leads to you developing many other skills like leadership, like sincerity, like integrity. All that comes with teamwork and collaboration. Then comes digital technology. You know, we all understand we are living in a digital world. And I know all of you the generation of these children. You all are digital natives, and without digital technology, we cannot do anything. So that's the next important skill. And then comes leadership, then professionalism and work ethics, career management, and global intercultural fluency. Because you all are living in a global space and you would be working in global workspace. So intercultural fluency is very, very important. So these are some of the competencies which you need to develop in yourself to become career ready or to acquire career readiness. Now, as I told you, you are 21st century learners. So career readiness for a 21st century learner, you are an engaged thinker, you are having entrepreneurial spirit, and you are an ethical citizen. So what are the skills as a 21st century learner you should acquire so that you have career readiness in you? Again, we are talking about critical thinking and problem solving, the competencies which we saw just now, creativity and innovation. Yes, we are living in a world of creativity and innovation where you find that every day there is something new coming into the job market. You find every day something new being invented. You find something new being discovered. So creativity and innovation is the skill which you need to imbibe in you. Social responsibility and cultural, global and environmental awareness. There are so many careers which have actually come into existence related to environmental awareness. So that is something which is really going to be very useful to all of you. And yes, the communication part of it is again very crucial. The digital literacy, lifelong learning, self-direction, and personal management. So these are the skills which you require for being a career-ready student in the 21st century. Now, how do you imbibe the career readiness attitude in yourself? I strongly advocate the 3 A's of career readiness. Please listen to me very, very carefully. If you follow these 3 A's, my dear students, you would be career ready anytime. So what are the 3 A's? The first A is the attitude. The right attitude makes the entire difference. Then comes the aptitude, very much required, the skills, the dispositions, the requisites, whatever you call them. And then comes the third A, which is adaptability. If you follow these 3 A's, you are career ready, my dear students. So what is attitude, aptitude, and adaptability? What is attitude? So going back to the Lion story, let's not forget the Lion story. We are going to be remembering it again and again in this session. So it's the attitude which has made the lion the king of the jungle. The lion is not the fastest, the tallest, and the wisest. It is the attitude. So imbibing the right attitude coupled with the career skills, which include, again, critical thinking, creativity, initiative, problem solving, risk assessment, decision taking, and constructive management of feelings would do wonders. Let me quote a very important and interesting tagline of a very famous company. What they say, this is the tagline of Southwest Airlines, a company with a huge turnover. We hire for attitude, train for skills. My dear students, let me tell you, when you go into a workspace, into a job market, into the world of work, your attitude is going to make a big difference. So always cultivate a right, positive, optimistic attitude so that you are always being at the forefront. You become not the crowd, but a face in the crowd. So we hire for attitude, train for skills. So that's the first A. Let's now look at the second A, which is aptitude. So what is aptitude? The mastery of key knowledge and a solid grasp of the skills are very important for a student to apply academic and technical learning to real world projects and problems. So whatever you learn, whatever skills you acquire, they must something which can use which you can use in the real world scenario. So the aptitude forms the core competency circle of career readiness. The student should focus on skill development in the academic subjects such that they can be incorporated in the real life, real time situation in the specified areas. So getting back to the line again, no animal can match the hunting skills as that of the lion. So the skill acquired is relevant and it is used effectively. So that is what we mean by aptitude. So that takes me to the 3 U's of aptitude. Now, what are the 3 U's? As I told you, why do you need career readiness? Because whatever skills you are acquiring now, they are going to become redundant by the time you are job ready. So if you do not use these 3 U's, your aptitudes are of no use. So update, upgrade, and upskill. It is very much required. You need to sometimes even learn, relearn, unlearn, because you are going to be going into a world where things have changed, where there are newer avenues. So you need to update your skills, upgrade your skills, and upskill yourself. That is about the aptitude. Let's look at what is adaptability. The pandemic has really taught us this to a very, very larger extent. What is adaptability? It refers to the student's capacity to be adaptable in learning, because you are in the learning phase now. That is their capacity to manage the change, innovation, and uncertainty that they face while learning. The more adaptable the student, the more career ready the student is. So, my dear students, you need to definitely be highly adaptable. It helps in conflict resolution and negotiation. I told you, you are living into a world of collaboration where you need to work together. There's always a chance of conflicts arising. So you should be good at conflict resolution and negotiation. We need to always come at a consensus. Personal effectiveness, creative problem solving, strategic thinking, team building, and influencing skills. So if you are adaptable, you would definitely be very good at all these skills. It encompasses career awareness and exploration and includes job shadowing, internships, apprenticeships, and service learning. Let me tell you one important fact, my dear students. If you are not adaptable, you will find it very, very difficult to actually be doing a job shadowing job or an internship or a service learning. Your adaptability is something which is very much required. So we have looked at all the 3 A's, and I'm sure you can think about the king of the jungle. Yes, the king of the jungle displays highest level of adaptability, and that's why it is the king. It's for you to decide whether you want to be at the same position, right? So career readiness actually leads to something what we call as career planning. So you would learn about yourself. As I told you, you can reflect upon your strengths, your weaknesses. We always be looking at the SWOT analysis, where you're able to understand your strengths, your weakness, your opportunities, and the threats. Threats in the sense, are you going to be career ready with all the new skills acquired, which are going to be very useful in your workplace, or which would fetch you a job rather. So learn about yourself, identify your skills, research all the career options, link your major and your career, and know your values. So career readiness would lead to career planning. You would be in a better position, in a better situation to plan your career, because you know about yourself, you know what are your aptitudes, your interests, and so on. So that's career readiness. And what is the role of school in imbibing career readiness in students? In fact, I feel you all are fortunate enough to study in a school which thinks so much, which has got such insights as to have a program like this, of this magnitude and dimension, where you are able to understand what are the opportunities and what are the challenges that are going to be arising in the world. So you are able to understand what are the challenges and what are the opportunities that are going to be arising these qualities in you. Yes, so you have got the school shapes your personality, your aptitude, and your interest. And that's what the school does for you. I hope I'm audible to all of you. There was a slight changeover of power where I'm working. I think it is audible to all of you.
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
audible? Okay. Develops your personality, right? It makes you understand where you are, what are your interests, where is
Excuse me, ma'am.
the
I think due
interest.
to power lagging, there was a mute in between. We
Okay,
couldn't hear you, so you could repeat and carry on.
okay, fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let me repeat the role of schools in imbibing the career readiness in students, right? The schools help the career decision by identifying the essential requisites. It helps in shaping up your personality. It helps in making you acquire the necessary skills, aptitude. It also helps you in making you understand what are your interests, what is that you want to do, what is that you're good at, what is that if you choose you are bound to be successful. So that is the way the school helps you in actually deciding your interest, right? Now this is how the school assists you in your career choice, right? So when you enter the school and when you come out of the school, you are actually equipped with all these things. So the school helps in imbibing the academic attributes like the literacy, the writing skills, the STEM proficiency, the standardized test performance, the course rigor, and the school attendance. So these are the academic attributes which you are equipped with once you go into the school. And the school not only imbibes academic attributes, but also the non-cognitive soft skills like the social, emotional development of you, the critical thinking aspect, self-regulation, communication, time management, and cultural competency. So the school assists you in doing all these things, whereby which you can develop career readiness in you. So that is the role of school in career readiness. So to conclude on career readiness, let me tell you, career readiness has no defined endpoint, and a career is more than just a job. It is a career with life. Now, my dear friends, just tell me, how do you define success? If you ask me, I would tell you, success is defined by your happiness quotient. Yes, if you are happy, you are successful. You may be a CEO of a very big company. You may be into a very high profile job. You may possess the entire wealth in the world. But if you are not happy, that means you are not successful. To me, the career which gives you ultimate happiness, the career which gives you ultimate satisfaction, that is success, because career is more than just a job. It is a career with life, and I strongly believe in that. So your success is determined by your happiness, and that's the real success according to me. And this is what I keep telling to my students as well. Career readiness is all about raising the happiness quotient as a result of passion turning into career. If your passion becomes your career, you get the entire happiness, and your skill becomes an art. Maybe I'm sounding a bit abstract, but yes, my dear students, this is the reality of life. Your happiness quotient decides your happiness, your success, and your career as well. It is living one's own dream and not others. My dear friends, live your own dreams, not anybody's dreams, right? And it's living the comfort zone to comfort the passion. When you have decided to become a doctor or an engineer or whatever it is, if you are decided to become an IPS officer, or you're decided to go into a career, go onto the road less traveled, whatever it is, you have to leave your comfort zone. You cannot achieve anything within your comfort zone, because growth begins only at the end of the comfort zone. And why do you want to leave the comfort zone? Because you want to live, you want to comfort your passion, you want to achieve your passion, you want to reach where you want to be, and that's why you have to leave the comfort zone. So that's all about career readiness. I'm sure you all have got a very good insight as to what is career readiness, why do you need career readiness, and how to imbibe that into you, right? So if you are career ready, you can answer these 4 questions for future careers. I'm sure by this time you have started pondering over it. You have started reflecting on your thoughts, and you would definitely have the answers for all these 4 questions, and you need to find the answers for yourself. We can guide you, we can orient you, but it is for you to take up the charge. You need to arise, awake, and take charge. So what are the future prospects of a job? What task will I be doing? How much will I make? What do I need to study? So these 4 questions, if you are able to answer, my dear students, you are career ready, right? So now I'm moving on to the next part of my presentation. Let me see. I think I've got 5 minutes time, right? So I'll just touch upon a few careers which I feel you should know about. Another 5 minutes I'll be taking. That's fine. Is that fine? Can I get a reply from the MC? Is that fine if I take another 5 minutes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, indeed.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Right. Now, you know, I had been listening to a lot of speakers for last 4 days. I was just thinking, what about career in the domain of education? I'm sure some of you have a flair towards teaching, right? Whatever subject you do, whatever degrees you do, maybe it is a degree in mathematics or physics or chemistry or life sciences or biotechnology or computer science or English or any other subject for that matter. Some of you who have a flair for teaching can think about career paths in education. It can be a 4-year college degree. You can be an elementary school teacher or a secondary school teacher or a special education teacher or a school psychologist or educational guidance, school and vocational counselor, education administrator, or a speech pathologist. It can be anything. So let's look at some of the career with education major. Now, let me tell you, my dear friends, 5 years from now, or already with the rolling out of the NEP 2020, you know, the way the teacher recruitment is going to happen, you know, it's going to be a very toughest thing to become a teacher hereafter, looking at the number of technical qualifications and the entrance exams required. And I'm sure this is going to be the most lucrative of all the options in the years to come, because there's a lot of demand for teachers across the globe. And in some of the disciplines, we do require a lot of trainers. So you can be the most common jobs, as you can see it on the screen, the high school teacher, the middle school teacher, and some non-traditional job like education reporter or a librarian or a day scale administrator. You can start a chain of schools as such, or some additional jobs like school counselor, college professor, education administrator, or a physical education teacher. Those are the other potential jobs which you can definitely think about when it comes to career in education. And this is especially for the people with English major. You know, so many things. I'm just going to show this slide, not talk about it, but yes, most common jobs can be lawyer, elementary, middle school teacher, or college professor, or education administrator, or a freelance writer, secretary, administrative assistant, an editor, or an author, and so on. But the top 3 education jobs include assistant professor, post-secondary higher education, a high school teacher, or an education program director. you can think about all these options as well. And these are the highest paying jobs in education. You can be a college dean, a dean of faculty, university professor, university lecturer, head of school, a postdoctoral researcher, educational psychologist, academic manager, clinical school psychologist, or the principal, right? So there are, a lot of avenues when it comes to jobs in education as well. And I thought I'll just share with you the linguistic part, careers with a degree in linguistics. If you look at, as I told you, the global workspace, there's a lot of demand in learning a lot of languages as well. If you look at the Indian context, since I have school where we offer French as the second language, German as the second language, I find it very difficult to find such people, because most of these French and German people, linguists, they are hired by a lot of MNCs. So there's a lot of demand even in language. A lot of students here in India are learning German, they're learning Japanese, they're learning Spanish, because there are a lot of career options even with linguistic, like teaching, media, influencing professions, the public sector, and the information. A lot of demand. So those of you who have a flair to learn different languages, you do have a very, very bright future, to say you the most important thing, right? And these were some of the things which I wanted to discuss about commerce, the career information in the domain of commerce. But I think this has been discussed by many people already last 4 days. So I thought, let me focus on linguistics and the education. So these are some of the things which I will skip the slides very fast. You can just have a look at it, and I would go towards the end. So these are some of the options for commerce after your +2 commerce. And these are the top courses after 12th commerce with mathematics. You can have a look at these. And top courses after 12th without mathematics, you can think about BCom, business administration, and so on. And these are the top 6 courses: BCom, BBA, LLB, BBA, BMS, BCA in IT and software, chartered accountancy, and company secretary. Most of these were discussed. So some of the course names and some of the job profiles and career opportunities, you can just have a look at these, right? I'll go to the next slide. These are the skill development courses after 12th commerce. You can get a diploma in content marketing, digital marketing, product management, affiliate marketing course, and branding and communication. You can very well find out the best university, the best courses being offered in branding and communication, because these are the skill development courses after 12th commerce, other than the normal degree courses. And these are the top universities across the globe: the Harvard University, the MIT, the Stanford University, London School of Excellence of Economics and Political Science, and the Oxford, and some of the top universities in the USA, and also in Australia and Canada. You can just have a look at all these things. And these are the top UK universities offering the commerce program: the London Business School, University of Cambridge, and so on. And these are the top BCom universities and colleges in India: the Christ University, Bangalore, Mumbai University, and so on. So with the tentative and the average fee structure, I have just put it up so that you can get some idea about it. And highest paying jobs for commerce students in India: chartered accountant, investment banker, chartered financial assistant, certified public accountant, an actuary, cost accountant, retail manager, and so on. And I'm going to end my presentation with a few thoughts to ponder. Please look at it. So my dear students, you have brains in your head, your feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. So all the best to you. And through readiness and discipline, we are the masters of our fate. I want you all to become the masters of your fate and do what you love, and success will follow. Passion is the fuel behind a successful career. As I told you, you need to comfort your passion. For that, come out of your comfort zone. So passion is the fuel behind a successful career. So thank you so much for your patient listening, and over to you. I stopped sharing my screen.
That was an extraordinary and inspiring session by you, ma'am. Your creative and informative session enlightened us and kept each one of us engaged. Now, we would like to request our speaker, Ms. Sapna Sankhla, to kindly answer a few queries put forth by the audience. For this, may I now invite the moderator of the session, Ms. Anita Solomon, to pose some questions from the audience to you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your knowledge-enriched inputs related to education and the scope of future prospects and related skills. Thank you, ma'am, for tapping the lion in our students through your inspiring session. There are a few questions in the chat box raised by our student, which I would like to put forward. The first one, how do you develop the skill of self-direction?
Wonderful. In fact, I was actually going to give an elaborate explanation on self-direction, but because of the paucity of time. But it's good that this question has come up. Yes. Now, I've been observing students from last 27 years. There is something I feel our students should develop in them, that is self-direction. First of all, you need to define a goal. What is my goal? And what are the steps I have to take to achieve that goal? In what way? And if any help is required, do I have the capacity to reach out? And that's how self-direction would develop. First of all, my dear students, define a goal. You know, what is that you want to do? And what are the steps to be taken to achieve that goal? Because mere defining a goal is not going to work. You need to actually take some steps towards it. So what are the steps I need to take? And if I'm not able to understand, if I really need a support, do I have the capacity to reach out when I need help? And if you do that, if you have this three-step approach, it's very easy to have the skill of self-direction. I hope I've answered the question.
Yes, ma'am. Next question, ma'am. How do introverts develop social and communication skills?
Okay, that's really wonderful. Yes, there are a few students who are introverts, and I think there's nothing wrong in that. There are some, in fact, what I would like, let me tell you, let me put it in this way. Don't ever assume that introverts do not know how to interact. Introverts are the people who always have self-talk. They prefer interacting with themselves rather than with others. So there's nothing wrong in that. But if you look at today's world, we do require social skills. And it is very important that such students who really do not interact with others, who do not possess social skills, try to come out of within themselves, try to get friendly with others, and that can come only with their own initiative. But let me tell you, there's nothing wrong to be introverts. But yes, you need to come out of your own thinking and try to interact, because that will help you enhance your knowledge. That will help you actually come out of your own circle, and you need to interact, you need to get along, because of social skills, there are so many other skills which will come into you, and that will actually make you a happier person.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question, ma'am. What are some tips that you would suggest to adapt to a situation of negotiation or conflicts?
Yeah. Now, whenever there is a collaboration, or whenever there is a group work, or whatever it is, even in the day-to-day classroom, conflicts are bound to happen. But then when there is a conflict, how do I come to conflict resolution? For that, the student should have critical thinking and decision-making skills. To judge what is right and what is wrong, to support what is right and to actually avoid what is wrong. And that actually, first of all, the child has to have a conflict with himself or herself and try to get into the righteous mode of understanding, being judgmental, what is right or wrong. If you are able to do that, you can solve your conflict very easily. And yes, conflict can be solved through negotiation. There has to be negotiation. There has to be a looking from a 360-degree review of everything. Your point of view may be correct, but you must understand the other's point of view also. So you must be an effective listener. If you are an effective listener, you can become an effective communicator, and then you can negotiate and come to a conclusion and resolve the conflict.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, one last question from my side. As an educator, how can I upgrade myself as per the new NEP framework?
Very, very beautiful question indeed. And in fact, I really wanted to discuss about it. Now, if you look at the reforms, especially in the teacher education line in NEP, you would have understood now that the teacher education program, the B.Ed program, which was done like after any degree, the students were entering into a B.Ed. Now it has been integrated into a 4-year course, so that right from the beginning, you're very clear that what is that subject you are going to take up into teaching when you complete your teacher training course. That is the first thing. Second important thing, if you look at the higher education arena in NEP, there are going to be multiple entry and exit points. So the last week I was interacting with one of the principals of a college of education. I just wanted to know from him how far this multiple entry and exit system is going to be implemented. So he said, yes, already work has been started, and there would be flexibility for the people to upgrade themselves into their discipline, so that they acquire more knowledge, they are updated, and they can take greater positions, being subject experts, the HOD of the departments in the subject, and there you can go into the next level and then reach the highest level in the field of education, the highest designation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the valuable answers. We have many queries, and our students can access the mobile app, and the questions will be directly addressed. We request our participants to kindly fill in the feedback forms posted in the chat box. Over to the comparers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for all your support and guidance given to the large audience by attending to their concerns so patiently during the discussion.
So once again, I would like to thank each one of you for this wonderful opportunity to interact with all the students. So let the lion in you be always awake and understand that you have all the capacity, you have the skills, you have the potential to become successful in your life. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Avenir is a global career guidance event to empower students and assist them in identifying their ideal future career path. It was conceptualized by the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. The first Avenir was organized at Indian School Al Mabala in the year 2018. In 2019, Indian School El Seeb conducted the program. Indian School Muscat conducted the first virtual Avenir in the year 2020. Avenir 2021 was conducted virtually by Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir. In 2022, the flagship school in Oman. Indian School Bosher is all set to fly the flag higher by conducting Avenir 2022 in hybrid mode. Our impeccable planning, devoted team, unmatched resources guarantee a memorable event. The 5-day event will be held from Thursday, October 13, 2022, to Tuesday, October 18, 2022. Prominent achievers, educators, and industry experts will address the audience. Universities and educational institutes from different corners of the globe will present themselves to the audience of Avenir 2022. The event is open to all educational boards, including CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB. It will provide comprehensive career guidance to students to pursue their passions at national and international universities. Avenir 2022 guarantees a wealth of information and awareness on 21st century courses, scholarships, internships, and career placements. This event will assist students in discovering their ideal future career path. Let us gather together for this 5 days of excitement, effulgence, enlightenment, exploration, and exaltation. Let's join Avenir 2022 to discover you.
It is time for us to move on to the second part of the session, the time to meet the university spokesperson, Dr. Ishwaran Iyer, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Jain deemed to be University, Bangalore. Dr. Ishwaran Iyer, with 29 years of industry experience and more than 17 years of experience in academia, has been a master strategist in transforming businesses from winding up to the capacity of acquiring other similar businesses. His motto being, making youngsters the leader of tomorrow, made him venture into the field of education sector despite being a CFO of a Fortune 500 promoted company, a double doctorate in management from India and USA, along with MPhil, MBA, PGDBM, PGDPM, MCom, LLB, and an honors degree in BCom summarize the rich knowledge possessed by Dr. Ishwaran Iyer. His futuristic thinking enabled him to introduce Bachelor of Vocation courses accredited by UK Skill Federation and incorporating NSDC and Sector Skills India component into the content of the degree along with the general education component, launching skills with 99 skill sectors. Dr. Ishwaran Iyer has been bestowed with many noteworthy awards and recognitions. A are Fellow of Chartered Management Institute UK, D.Lit. in Education Administration from National American University, USA, Assessor in the Revised Framework of NAAC, External Examiner, MBA Program of University of the West of Scotland, UK, for Imperial College of Business, Kandy and Colombo, Sri Lanka, PG Entrepreneurship Educator from IIMB and Stanford through NEN. Competent Communicator, Toastmasters International, USA.
With JGI or Jain deemed to be university, member Planning and Monitoring Board, Board of Management, Academic Council, PhD Committee, Advisory Board, School of Allied Health Sciences, Governing Council. He is a research guide for Indian and foreign universities and has successfully guided 13 scholars for award of PhD degree and 2 for MPhil. Co-authored 32 journal publications, 8 research publications, 2 books for BBA, and 3 study materials for PG programs in management for Bangalore University with index journals or with ISSN or ISBN numbers. Rotary Best Teacher Award for 3 consecutive years.
Let us watch a glimpse of the university.
Welcome to Jain deemed to be University International Admissions Office. NAC A++ with a score of 3.71 on a 4-point scale. Rank 79 under the NIRF, the National Institute Ranking Framework. 2,500 plus students on campus and 6,500 plus online students over 50 plus countries. 7 campuses across Bangalore with modern and latest infrastructure. 120 plus programs. Allied healthcare and sciences, commerce, design, engineering and technology, humanities and social sciences, languages, management, PhD, sciences. Your future begins here.
Over to you.
Welcome to Jain deemed to be University International Admissions Office. NAC A++ with a score of 3.71 on a 4-point scale. Rank 79 under the NIRF, the National Institute Ranking Framework. 2,500 plus students on campus and 6,500 plus online students over 50 plus countries. 7 campuses across Bangalore with modern and latest infrastructure. 120 plus programs. Allied healthcare and sciences, commerce, design, engineering and technology, humanities and social sciences, languages, management, PhD, sciences. Your future begins here.
Divya, am I audible?
Yes, sir, very
Yes,
much
sir, you
clear.
are audible, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, with the permission of the moderator, can I start my session?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Divya, did you do the screen sharing? Divya, have you done the screen sharing?
So the screen
Yes,
is
sir.
shared, sir.
So Vishal, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Right. Organizers of this event, moderators who are young and energetic students who have been able to, I have heard a little bit of the past session and I found the amount of energy. I think last time when you had organized, I was a part of a session. I was a panelist last time also. And future leaders of tomorrow, the students aspiring to take up a career after their A level or after their 12th from their respective countries. I'm the Pro Vice Chancellor of Jain University, coming from a commerce and a management background. In our generation, when we were all children, we were not had any opportunities like what it is today. Fortunately, today you are in a globalized world, and liberalization, privatization, globalization has brought in so much of opportunities that every student can take up a career of their choice. The best part of it is you can navigate your own career, have a career for yourself, contribute to yourself, contribute to your family, and contribute to the country wherever you are from. Now, Vishal, can you go to the next slide? I have made my talks divided into 2 aspects. One is what is to happen traditionally and what is there in store for you today. Conventionally, a student who passes a 12th standard or a A-level qualification, we have the central board or the All India Higher Secondary, you have a junior college, or you have the senior Cambridge, you have an international baccalaureate. This type of qualifications are recognized and it's available for students. Many of the students, they either go abroad to studies or they come to India also looking at India as a good option. Fortunately, last a decade has shown that India is a knowledge powerhouse and also knowledge has contributed to the growth of India. Traditionally, if you see, a student used to have in the 12th 3 choices. Either they could go into biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology as an option, or the sciences group. The sciences group had physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology, or it had physics, chemistry, mathematics and electronics, or computer science for the sciences group. Commerce had accounting, business studies, statistics, mathematics. The humanities had economic, sociology. So these aspects are available, and these pathways has created a pathway today now as specialized courses, depending on the need of the respective industries of the multinationals. Conventionally, if you see, medicine had MBBS, the first choice, Bachelor of Dental Sciences, Bachelor of Homeopathic Sciences, Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medical Sciences, Nursing, Pharmacy, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, or the Indian system of Unani medicine. That's what was typically it was there available. It continues to still be there. Unfortunately, the seats in the general category are very, very limited, and the survival is very, very difficult. The simple reason is getting a seat there becomes very, very difficult because highly competitive. Anyway, for a student with a biology background, the choice is medicine. Engineering traditionally had aeronautical, chemical, civil, computer science, electrical, electronics, instrumentation, mechanical, and metallurgy. Then you had architecture and design. In design in India, if you see, you had the National Institute of Design, which used to conduct an examination and do it. Architecture had something called as NATA. NATA was a place where they had the test to be conducted. Commerce had only BCom or BCom honors, and a student who aspired to take up a BCom used to go only for chartered accountancy or cost accounting or company secretary. So we had the Indian Institute, the Indian Chartered Accountants, the Institute of Chartered Accountants India, the Institute of Company Secretaries India, the Institute of Cost and Work Accountants India, which used to offer these programs. BBA was there, Bachelor of Business Administration, or it had a Bachelor of Business Management, or it was called as Bachelor of Business Studies, which had only a pathway of going for a MSc, MBA. Then sciences had a BSc honors in pure sciences or life sciences. Pure sciences was with a mathematics or a computer science background. Life sciences was with a biology background. You had BA honors, and we had Bachelor of Law and Bachelor of Law special. After graduation, the Faculty of Law used to be a 3 plus 2 years course, a 3 years graduate degree. You have to do either a BCom, a BSc, a BBA. You could do it. Along with that, later on, general law was a 2-year degree program, while special law was a 3-year degree program. The reason was special law basically is if you had to practice as a lawyer, then you have to do a 3-year Bachelor of Law special. That's why it was called as Bachelor of Law special. But now I request the students to do one thing very clearly. Okay, the eligibility for all these courses are different based on what 12th standard background you had. Some programs are open for all. Some are only for a science background. I request you to go for the website of each university wherever you would like to take, and based on that, decide what should be your career pathway. All these programs, based on the University Grants Commission guideline, leads to a master's degree program. In India, we have a 10th standard or a O-level qualification, which is equivalent to 10 years of schooling. The 2 years was a pre-university college, commerce or a junior college, or a CBSE 12th, or a state level higher secondary 12th. We had the A-level qualification, or we had the international baccalaureate. While master's, a bachelor's degree is must. Every master's program in India is a 2-year master's program divided into 4 semesters, while medicine is for 5.5 years. The medicine varies between 4 to 5.5 years, depending on what specialization or what pay you select. Engineering is 4 years, design is 4 years, architecture is 4 years, commerce is 3 years, science is 3 years, BA is 3 years, law is 3 years, 2 years. This it still continues, but what is stored for you? I'll tell you next slide. Next slide, please.
Sir, excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Sir, it would be great if you could turn on your video.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So because of see, madam, only problem is because of the network internet connectivity. I just kept my
Okay,
video
all right,
on.
all right, all right. No
Otherwise,
problem,
again,
sir.
this will be there, madam.
Yes, that's okay. Thank you.
That's the reason I did it, madam. No other reason.
It's okay, sir. No problem.
Okay, I'll
As
see
you
if
are
the
correct.
connectivity if the connectivity shows me low,
Sir,
then I
only if
just
it is
log in.
convenient. Only if it is
Done, done.
convenient. That's not a
Right.
mandate. All right.
Thank you,
Thank you,
madam.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So as I had told, traditionally you had only an MBBS degree, you had an engineering degree, you had a commerce degree, you had a management degree, you had a humanities degree in the form of a BA, or you had a BSc degree. But now things have gone much beyond that. India was a liberalized country in the mid 80s. India, the liberalization happened because of the initiative of the government that brought in lot of multinational companies from US, Europe, UK, Australia. They had a base in India. And slowly India also has felt a need to liberalize their education also. So we started with programs in emerging trends. Later on, the new education policy of 2020, which Government of India mandated, has made a thorough disruption and a 360-degree change in a student's educational this. In the question answer section, if you have any doubts, definitely I'll answer you on that. But as of now, based on what is available as per the previous guideline of our government of India, the UGC, I'm sharing you the details. What happens in higher education in India? MBBS, BDS, homeopathic, Ayurvedic, nursing, pharmacy, physiotherapy, and Unani medicine, it continues. But one more pathway has opened now, which is called as the paramedical courses or allied health sciences. You can do a BSc program. They are all 4-year programs. Some are of 3 years duration. The 4-year program, if it is there, it is a 3+1, where 1 year you're supposed to work in a hospital. Then only you will be qualifying for that bachelor's degree. The other 3-year program has got 6 months of on-the-job training with for applied learning in hospitals. Medical lab technology, cardiac care technology, dialysis, optometry, imaging, emergency medicine, operation theater, nuclear medicine, cancer biology, molecular stem cell, immunology and virology, embryology. Immunology and virology today has become a hot cake because all of us know that the last 2 years, we had 2.5 years, we had COVID-19. COVID-19 gave opportunities for the students to research. Cancer biology, everybody knows that it's a course which is related to research in cancer. Embryology basically is one of the areas where student can study about how you can have that test tube babies and others. So now MBBS you have still not got. You don't have to worry about it. You can take any of these courses, complete a 3-year or a 4-year bachelor's degree, do a master's degree, do a PhD degree, and you'll qualify to be into the allied health sector. Maybe you're not a doctor, but you're supporting a hospital. All these paramedical courses today has become a part and parcel of any super specialty hospital. I remember when we were all born, I was born at home. Unfortunately, we never had a hospital those days. But now I remember today initially you had only doctors who used to run a dispensary. That doctor has converted into a nursing home. Nursing home has become a specialty hospital. Specialty hospital has become a super specialty hospital. Otherwise, treatment for people are available only in government hospitals. Perhaps it was Apollo Healthcare which came to India and they changed the concept. Today you have Apollo Healthcare you have Medanta, you have Fortis, you have Escorts, you have Manipal, you have CMI Aster. Talk about any of the world's best brands are available only because they have. And now what has happened is because medicine basically is is a very, very scarce area of practice or a segment. Demand is huge for anybody who's in this sector. So in case if you feel that you have not been able to get an MBBS seat or a BDS seat, you please look into this as an option. Take it from me. You have a very, very bright career in any part of the world. Healthcare is become a mandated necessity whole world. So depending on the area of your study, if you feel you want to look into PCMB as a qualification, as a plus standard, and if you are looking at medicine as a career, look into paramedicals or allied health sciences, definitely you can. I remember there are a lot of food and nutritionists today. Everybody are obese. People want to give diet control. People want to suggest you. So food technology and food and nutrition is another area which you could look into it. So opportunities are there in huge. And the psychology, clinical psychology is very important because today clinical psychology is the mother for psychiatry. Psychiatry is a very important component today because dementia you have neurological disorders. You have people why they conduct crime. That's called as forensic crime. All these things can be a part of allied sciences, and the whole world is open. UK is one of the best parts after your graduation to go for a specialization. UK is very well known for healthcare. US is well known for management and information technology. So the pathways are available. You can decide whatever you like. This is not a generic, and what I'm giving you is the career opportunity available. You have to see the respective university's website, and whatever is available, you can choose. But we at Jain, we are offering all this because we are a deemed to be university. We had all the options to do within the framework of the stipulated guidelines of University Grants Commission. Next slide. So now I spoke about the conventional engineering degrees. So that it was computer. See what had happened was one which could uses technology is called as circuit branches. The technology is available there, but in the earlier days, one where computer science was available or related to computer science, they are all related to instruments. It was put into the circuit branches. Non-circuit branches are not not in this criteria. So we categorize engineering into BTech or BE. Now all over India, we have BTech as an option. In BTech, you have computer science, information technology, electronics, electrical, embedded systems. In computer science, you have artificial intelligence and machine learning, which is emerging today. The simple reason is now you have to design. I think many of you would have seen videos where traffic is controlled by robots. You have got a driverless car. Who's doing it? All based on artificial intelligence. Government of India has gone on digital technology and digital India. Digital India says that you have to use algorithms for doing it. Initially, software development used coding. Coding was nothing but creating a software. Now it has gone much beyond. If you are good at arithmetic, if you are good at mathematics, if you are good at reasoning, if you are good at using quantitative techniques, then artificial algorithm-based learning would be one of the best tools. Data science, I remember many of you would have seen a Google ad coming. Somebody call a robot calling and telling, "Sir, you're due for your medical checkup." The moment you say go for a medical checkup, the ad says, "I don't want to go. I will do it." They say, "No, you have to do it. This date you had." When I asked that video, if you look into it, it's a very good video. Of course, I didn't play it today for you all, but you can browse it from Google. The video shows a robot is calling a prospective, you telling him that you have your medical test is due. Then how did you come to know? They said that because based on the payment what you did. But based on which payment you did, the payment you did it through this particular pathway. So the technology has been able to do it. Now government of India has got something called as an annual information report, where if you travel abroad, your details are given there. If you put deposit cash in bank, your details are there. The government also starts generating. So what has happened is data science and data management today has become one of the biggest areas where if you feel that again statistics, if you are good at, again if you are good at mathematics, that is another area where you could look into the areas of this. So who doesn't know cyber crime today? Your password is hacked, your payment banks are hacked. There are complaints where you get unwanted, unsolicited mails you get, unsolicited messages you get, you require cyber threat. What is cloud technology? It's an artificial lab created on the cloud. Cloud is what? Cloud is another place. So that all these areas today are specializations available. The embedded systems, then in electronics, you also have imaging, the areas related to this one, you have not only technology is relevant in this, in embedded systems also there's a technological involvement there. You have to use artificial intelligence and this. Coming back to the conventional aeronautical, aeronautical has gone beyond this. Today you have aerospace. Aerospace engineering today, if you see, is the basis for defense research. It's the basics for airlines. It is the basics for space applications like NASA, ISRO, space application centers. Mechanical has gone beyond this. It's into 3D printing. You have robotic engineering, which is a part of this. Tools and robots required for doing works which can replace manual work. Food technology again has become a very important component because today people talk about millet food, People talk about protein, high protein food, high nutrition food, sugar-free food. All this has come because of food technology. But today, what has happened is circuit and non-circuit. Basically, what I'm talking about, everything together are one today because technology is required for banking, technology is required for in engineering, technology is required for making automobiles, technology is required for design, technology is required for any space, aerospace, technology is required. Without it, we are incomplete. Initially, the only NID used to offer a Bachelor of Design program, and there used to be some institutions which used to tie up with France. France is very well known for branding and design, and they used to come and give their autonomous courses. But globalization again brought in a lot of opportunities. So we have now, you can do either a BSc or a Bachelor of Design. BSc in the conventional one is only a 3-year degree program, while design is a 4-year degree program. The Bachelor of Design requires AICTE approval, while BSc as of now doesn't require any AICTE approval. But again, the pathways are interior design, product design, interactive design or communication design, transport design, brand identity. Then you also have the same pathways are available today. And how many of you see? I remember. I think when my daughter was a kid, I remember Shaktiman. Shaktiman used to be one animated film. And now you would have seen Bahubali, the end, conclusion, Bahubali, the beginning. 80% of the films were based on animation. They're nothing but related to visual communication and design. Or it was called as communication design. We also have the conventional Bachelor of Architecture still going on. It's where you have to could be a good town planner. I think India is the most of the. I think there are 26 plus another. There are about 200 cities in India which has been identified as a smart city. So planning and smart city planning are there. I remember now Caribbean islands have struck oil. They are also looking at people, architects to build their cities. India could grow because of the opportunity what we did about 40 years ago. But I think UAE and Oman were advanced long back. So town planning may not be required there. But countries like Africa, South America, Caribbean islands, then the CISI nations, including India, we require a lot of architects who can do the required town planning. So basically, for doing this, if you are looking into medicines, engineering, either you have to be with the mathematics, biology, or electronics as one of the basis required for this. For BSc in design, the eligibility criteria changes from university to university. I request the students to kindly look into the respective websites for the eligibility for the exam. In case you are also not from that background, you can go a bridge course and do it. Next slide, please. Next slide. This is my domain. I also come from a commerce and management background. Conventionally, you only had a Bachelor of Commerce or a Bachelor of Commerce honors program. And any student who is to do a BCom program either is to go for chartered accountancy as one of the options, company secretary as one of the options, or cost and work accountant. It was called as Institute of Cost and Work Accountants. Now it has changed to Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and it's called as CMA India. That is the first paradox shift which happened from cost and works, which was for manufacturing, to cost accounting, which is mandatory even for the services sector. The government of India also felt the Institute of Cost and Work accountant basically was for manufacturing sector. They felt the cost accounting, if we do, it is relevant for manufacturing as well as for services. That's why they changed the name to Certified Management Accountant India. The top 3 courses, there is a mandatory examinations which you have to clear. My generation, we had only after degree. Now after your 12th, you can do foundation, intermediate, final. But none of these institutions offer permission of giving an exemption in case if you are a Bachelor of Commerce degree. But many of the universities, even like Jain, we have given a student to pursue these professional courses along with their degree. But these degrees, since they are by an act of parliament, they have done these degrees in India. If you have to do it, or any part of the world, if you have to do it, you have to follow the regulations stipulated by the respective institutes. But again, coming back to this, I'm talking about globalization. Why all these qualifications came up? For the simple reason, actually, is ACCA happens to be the Association of Certified Chartered Accountants UK. It's more than 170 to 180 years old. That institute is the largest accounting body in the world. They used to give professional qualifications for those countries. Now, any country which was ruled by the Britishers, those countries ACCA can practice. In India, the Institute of Chartered Accountant has not permitted the government of India to allow ACCA or a CPA to practice. So apart from that, foreign like a KPMG Europe or a KPMG UK, you can practice and seal and do it for in India also you can do. For a KPMG Dubai, you can do it and do it because ACCA qualifications are mandated. So for that, you have to see the regulations of those countries. Irrespective whether you practice or you don't practice, job opportunities are available in huge. Now in our own university, what we have done, we have a BCom with ACCA. ACCA is for UK and Europe. Certified Public Accountant is for US and Canada. These two are related to finance, accounts, audit, and tax. I repeat, finance, accounts, audit, and tax. If your area was chartered accountancy and you feel that key, and I've seen that key, because of the strictness and the strong or the rigid evaluation pattern of chartered accountancy, many of the students are halfway through they completed. So what we did basically was, we went to the Institute of ACCA UK, tied up with them, took up their syllabus and a part of the bachelor's degree, gave the students a 9-paper exemption out of 13, and then balance score they write as after their degree or along with their degree once the 9 papers are done. In the 4 semesters, you complete the 9 papers, take 50%, you are exempted. Balance score, you can do it in the final year or after. In the CS lesson, along with after you clear your foundation and intermediate, you have to have compulsory 18 months or 3 years of internship. Here, you have to do it only after your degree. It's a job, it's not an internship. So if you are into institution teaching ACCA, if you are into organization which practices ACCA or requires ACCA as part of their accounting, then that work is taken or included as a part of your work experience. Along with that, management accounting also became very important because management accounting is an internal to organization. Chartered accountancy is external to organization. In India, we call it as chartered accountancy. CPA and ACCA are the same equivalent qualifications related to UK or US. The management accounting qualifications basically is again related to the same cost accounting India. That's why India also knew that key cost and work accountant was not very popular. After they made it as a certified management accountant, when they made it clicked. So management accounting is related to the knowledge sector. It is related to any manufacturing sector. It is related to any business organization who are looking into the cost. So you can do professional consultancy, you can do management consultancy, you can do financial consultancy. Except that you cannot practice and sign as an auditor. Enrolled agent is one very important qualification which most of the students through a cakewalk they can do. Enrolled agent basically is the US taxation qualification. It is given by the revenue government of US. It's called as the International Revenue Service of US. This is a US taxation course, just like our 3 years of law or 2 years of law when you do, you have a bachelor, the specialization is called as taxation. Enrolled agent is a US taxation where you have to write for 4 papers. You write 4 papers, you qualify for it, you can practice into any of the big 4 or big 5. Big 4, what I will say, KPMG is there, Deloitte, Ernst & Young, and then you have PricewaterhouseCoopers, and now Grant Thornton. All these people they absorb. They get and you can practice and you can do it because most of the taxation related knowledge processing is done in India. It comes to India. So most of these agents, the companies, they have the base in India. All of them, they also have a base in Middle East. So you can, if you look into that as a qualification, you can browse more and more when you look into the website. Coming back to procurement and supply chain. Logistics today has become, I think, one of the best classic examples. When I used to work in Mashriq Bank in Dubai, Dubai airport was a very small airport. And today it's one of the largest and one of the biggest airports in the world. And what do you see there? You see the best of the best world brands there, best of the best food outlets there, best of the best hospitalities there. So that is what basically is procurement and supply chain or logistics about. So today, and in India, Udan. Udan means Uday Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. Every city, the government of India wants to connect with an airport, including a small district. So all these are relevant there. So logistics, then who doesn't know about Flipkart? Who doesn't know about Amazon? Who doesn't know about Big Basket? How it has all come? They all come because of e-commerce. So e-commerce and ships, procurement and supply chain is a very important component. This was already there as a part of this. I think most of you know about FedEx. No, most of you know about DHL worldwide. They all do nothing but related to e-commerce, which is a mandatory. Any business without e-commerce today is incomplete. Without technology is incomplete. Securities investment basically is nothing but a stock market option. So if you remember, you all think about Goldman Sachs, you all know about Thomson Reuters, talk about Wells Fargo. They are all what? They are all investment bankers. In India, we used to call it as a stockbroking firm. They used to call them as merchant bankers. State Bank of India has a merchant banking division. Canara Bank had a merchant banking division. All those things, they converted them into investment bankers. Investment bankers are those people who do consulting not only on investments of your personal finance, but also on investment options when you want to invest or take over a stake in business. I remember many of you would read in the papers that Baiju was quite valued at so many thousand crores, and so this and this company invested. Who gives? An investment banker gives. And Chartered Institute of Securities and Investment is one of the best professional bodies. So you should look into all this. All this we are giving because in a university like Jain, we already have integrated this as a part of the learning. But then for you all, it is one more option which you could look at as a career. CSI, CFA, and CFP, IIBF. All this and fintech, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are interlinked. One is related to investment banking. CFA again is related to investment banking because you analyzes the ratio from a merger part of view. When you have to take a merger, a CFA can give, a chartered accountant can give only from a taxation perspective. A CFA can give from a business perspective. He will analyze the key ratios, and that key ratios he will be able to link it, see it, and based on that he will report it. Wealth management is a part of investment banking today, but it's personal financial planning. Because now today, everybody wants healthcare planning, everybody wants retirement planning, everybody wants tax planning, everybody wants real estate planning, everybody wants financial planning because opportunities are huge. How to use the money you don't know, and many of them have regulations. Auditor can only give you an option for you how to avoid taxes or how to save taxes. Beyond that, he will not be able to do. He can file your returns and give you that your as per the taxation law. But then a financial planner is a person who did, and the Financial Planning Standards Board US is the only professional body. There are other bodies also, but all over the world this is very well known, which you can take as a career. And then financial technology has come only because today most of the banks have become digital. Even a small cooperative bank in India today has become digital. I think your country, the place where you are from, was already advanced. Now India also has become one of the largest digital technology platform and digital banking platform. Government has mandated it, and financial technologies, that is all related to finance involving information technology becomes financial technology. The CPA USA has got a diploma in fintech, which by doing that, you get a professional qualification, which you can take up. Initially, BBA was only a degree where people used to learn marketing, finance, human resources, and little bit of leadership. Now that has gone beyond that. So functions of management has now become, for functions of management, you also have sectors and segments of business. So international business has become one segment. International finance has become one segment. Strategic finance has become one segment. Tourism and hospitality has become one segment. Financial markets has become one segment. Investment banking has one big segment. Event management has become one segment. Branding and advertisement has become one segment. Aviation has become one segment. Leadership has become one segment. Financial services has become one segment. All these things, then finance and actuarial studies. If you are good at accounting, go for BCom. You go at strategy, go for BBA. But majority of the foundation courses, whether it is for commerce, in other parts of the world, it's called as a Bachelor of Business. In India, we call it as Bachelor of Commerce. In India, we call it as Bachelor of Business Administration. In other parts of the world, it's called as Bachelor of Business Studies. Both are interlinked. The foundation remains the same. The pathways will depend on what you will take as a career. So we have almost all the world's best known brands who have collaborated with us to give the students an opportunity to have a professional outlook once they are in the, so that by the time you pass out, not only will be employable, you can also take the world's best institutions for your higher studies. Or if you're planning to be an entrepreneur, then you can be self-employed. All these things what I have spoken to you till now gives you an opportunity for taking a professional qualification. You can go up a pathway to go for the best of the best master's degrees available all over the world, or you can be self-employed. Next slide. And then the sciences I had told, you had the pure sciences still continues. It has the new emerging sectors are electronics, renewable energy. If data science and these are area of interest, you can look into mathematics and statistics. Computer applications now, BSc Computer Science and Bachelor of Computer Applications. Many of the students, they try to take up, they try for an IIT, they try for an NIT, they try for triple IT. Many of the times they are not able to get it. When they are not able to get it, don't worry about any of the things. Even if you don't get a top-rated engineering college in India or any part of the world, go for a 3-year or a 4-year Bachelor of Computer Applications. Now, the NEP says the 4-year honors programs are available. Once the Gazette notification comes, we'll be able to tell you. But as of now, 3 years are available. Either it's called as a BSc in Computer Science and IT, or it's called as a Bachelor of Computer Applications. The pathways are, it could be artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science and analytics, animation, gaming, filmmaking, graphics and VFX. Many of you will see that. I think if you would have seen Chennai Express, in Chennai Express, he takes one sword or one, I think it's a long knife or something, and he just hits the tire of a thing. The vehicle comes and drops on the other side. In Bahubali, we would have seen, they have created a palace. All were nothing but graphics and filmmaking and animation. Gaming today has become one of the best. I think you remember Baiju's ad, where Shah Rukh Khan says that one teacher will be teaching you, other teacher will be looking at what is happening and solve your this. They all has come because of the gaming, VFX, and animation effects. Animation has become a part and parcel of this. Little Krishna is a classic example. Little Ganesha is a classic example. Shaktiman, all these serials what you would have seen as a child, all these are now because of animation. This has opened up pathways for students. If IIT have not got, forget it, don't worry, take a BCA course, take a BSc Computer Science course, work there, take up a top in the top of the IT companies, they'll give you a job, provided there is an academic manager. Many of the companies, they require 60-65% as a part of you in your degree program, which you have to do. Life sciences has gone beyond now. Initially, life sciences were only botany, zoology. Then it went to microbiology. Then it went to biochemistry. Then biotechnology. Now it is genetics. Now, they're not in that. You have forensic science. You have cyber forensic. You have digital forensic. You have forensic audit, forensic accounting, forensic crime. All this has become, because any criminal investigation which happens has done by a forensic science student only. I think all of you would have seen that CID serial where I'm talking about that Commissioner Salunke, who puts all that colors and tries to find out and says that criminal or Sherlock Holmes would have read. All these things are available as a part of the forensic science. Genetics will lead you to cloning. Microbiology, biotechnology, and biochemistry are programs which gives you to be a very good, if you are a good microbiology, if you are a good biochemistry, you can be a good pathologist. You can take up a BSc degree, go for a MSc degree, then go for a PhD, then you can do, but you are good as a doctor. So these are all opportunities available. And this has come because India now is a globalized world. It's already reached the level of a developed nation. What was a poor country in the 50s, today is among the top 6 nations in the world, or top 7 nations in the world. All that has happened because government felt that we have to liberalize. Now, education also, we as an university, we were able to innovate. That's why we called as new age courses. We have done it before NAP. Now NAP is making it regular. That's the only thing that's different. What Jain could do, others will do it now, but we will go much beyond what we have done. Next. Next slide. Humanities and law, also this. Now, initially you had only BA Political Science, BA Economics was there. Now today, statistics has become one option. Journalism and mass communication is there. Employee relations HR is there. Sociology is there. Then you have psychology. Psychology related to industrial psychology is a part of BA. Clinical psychology is a part of this. Then counseling comes in the part of this one for normal. Clinical counseling is a part of allied health sciences. That is how the pathways and specializations have this. Gone are those days when students used to do a 2-year degree, 2-year law, or a 3-year law after degree. Now, Government of India has made it 5 years integrated law. National Law University is the best. There are other universities which are giving 5 years integrated law. It could be a BA, it could be a BCom, it could be a BBA, BSc, where it could be either a BA LLB or a BA Honors LLB, BCom LLB or BCom Honors LLB, BBA or BBA Honors LLB, BSc, BSc Honors LLB. A new pathway has opened up now, it's called as liberal arts. So what you do is they all have been put clubbed into one basket, where if your foundation, yeah.
I'm
Can
sorry
I?
to interrupt you,
Yeah.
but we are running out of time. So I
Then, madam,
request
over to
you
the
to
last
wind
slide.
up the session. Yes,
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 on the
great,
last
sir.
slide,
All
ma'am.
right. Okay, thank you.
Liberal, now if you feel that you want to go for a liberal studies, you want to learn little of performing arts, little of design, little of computer science, little of humanities, little of commerce or management, that degree is called as a Bachelor of Liberal Arts. Now you can run through the other slides. This is what Jain is about. I want the people who view it to just read it and note down. If any question answers are there, I'll answer it. Otherwise, we can wind up after this. Next. Next. We are the associate of Asia and Commonwealth when we are members. It's a you can assume that our degrees are recognized by all the Commonwealth universities. The meaning is that. Next. By doing whatever I have told, these are the areas where you can get up an employment. All these are there in all parts of the world. Next. This second, if any question answer is there, I'll answer. Otherwise, we can wind up, Preeti. Divya, any question answer is there today?
Sir, I would like to add here.
Yeah.
Actually, in Avenir this time, the arrangement they have done,
Yes, sir.
one login is kind of 100 to 200 students. So there are more than 700 students they are watching this time. And
Oh, thank you,
they
sir.
have another online mode also, like YouTube and other links. So it's a big big audience watching this time. In one
Thank you,
class,
sir.
one login is 100 plus 100 200 200 students.
Oh,
So I'm
thank
really
you, sir.
thankful
Thank you.
to, and I would like to add to Avenir team, Dr. Ishwaran sir is like kind of replica of God in terms of education, and whatever he's saying, the student would be benefited, and I'm sure we will be getting a good number of like inquiries and all, because I already getting a lot of inquiries. So we cannot answer immediately, but yes, some questions, common question we can answer here. So I request to Avenir team, please ask some common question immediately.
Yeah, what we can do, sir, we can, common questions I will answer. Rest all we will reply in the email only. They can register and we can reply to them, sir.
So thank you, sir, for a wonderful and enlightening session and making us sail through wide array of courses. It was informative and gave all of us a clarity regarding the courses available for our students. Definitely, our students will pick this up as a beneficial session in choosing their future career plans. So just one question. Could
Yes,
you
madam.
list out the scholarships given to students by Jain University?
Yeah, madam, that I think that we'll share you the web link. the students can go through the web link, they can download
Okay,
it, and
sir.
whichever category they qualify, they can apply for that, madam.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your valued answer. We
Thank
have
you.
And
many
one
queries,
thing, ma'am,
and our
I
students.
got I got one of your senior ABA team. After seeing the presentation of Dr. Ishwaran sir, they want to offer one more session if sir has availability, because they are saying the way sir is speaking and
Sir, that we will
sharing the
get back
knowledge.
to you, sir. We'll
Yeah.
get back to you regarding that. Okay, personally. Thank you very much, sir, for your valued answer. We have many queries, and our students can access the mobile app, and the questions will be directly answered. We request our participants to kindly fill in the feedback forms posted in the chat box. Over to the comparers.
As we draw the end of this enriching session, I deem it my great privilege to propose a vote of thanks. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our eminent speaker, Ms. Sapna Sankhla, for all her words of motivation. Thank you, ma'am. We express our gratitude for the spokesperson, Dr. Ishwaran Iyer, for sharing us details and giving us an overview of the career guidance. Thank you. Our deepest sense of appreciation and gratitude to Chairman Dr. Shivakumar Manikyam and the members on the Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman. Our heartfelt thanks to the President, Mr. Ajayan Poyara, and members of the Indian School Bouchers School Management Committee and the Principal of the school, Dr. Bhavesh Bhalirao. We request the participants to kindly fill in the feedback form posted on the chat window. Heartfelt thanks to our platinum sponsor, Jain, deemed to be university, gold sponsors, De Montfort University, silver sponsors, Dallas Baptist University, USA, Grey Matters, SP Jain School of Global Management, Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research, and bronze Middle East College and SP Jain School of Global Management, digital marketing partner Spectrum and Trifoil, media partner The Arabian Stories, and other valued sponsors. Over to the video.
Of this kind requires the coordination of a committed team. Thank you to the ISP team for making Avenue 2022 possible. Thank you to each and every teacher, student, and parent for being a part of this session.
Today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. With these uplifting words, I'm Meenakshi.
And I
wish you all a glorious day ahead. Gentle reminder to fill in the feedback form. Every attendee who submits their feedback form will receive a digital certificate. See you in the next session. Stay tuned and stay safe.